All right, Daniel.
And taking a look at the community bulletin board now, Arlington County, in cooperation with the public school system, will be celebrating Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day on January the 17th, with an event highlighting both Dr. King's call to service and his love of jazz and gospel music. It starts at 6 p.m. at the Thomas Jefferson Auditorium, when a number of organizations will be handing out information on volunteering and service opportunities in the county. The entertainment program starts at 7 with the Washington Lee Jazz Band, a combined choir of singers from a number of local churches, and more. Throughout the program, you'll be able to hear the winning essays from the 2010 Dr. King Essay Contest we told you about earlier. More information on volunteering, a day of service, or the night's program is available on the county's website, arlingtonva.us, and search on Martin Luther King. And of course, because it's a federal holiday, Arlington County administrative offices, public libraries, courts, schools, and nature centers will be closed on Monday, January the 18th. Details are also available on the county's website. Just go to arlingtonva.us.
All right, thanks, Daniel. That's a great event. Plan to attend if you can. Our friends at Arlingtonians for a Clean Environment, or ACE, invite you to participate in a day of service on Monday, January 18th, Dr. Martin Luther King Day. Come on out to Arlington County Mill Community Center at 4975 Columbia Pike from 10 a.m. to noon to help clean up a section of Columbia Pike and 4 Mile Run and keep trash out of Arlington's watersheds. You can call them for more information, 703-228-6406, to register for this event on January 18th. Some information now about libraries. Daniel.
Yes, and here are some items going on in the Arlington libraries that we think you'll find interesting. On Thursday, January the 21st, you can head over to the Central Library for their 6:30 p.m. screening of the award-winning Uruguayan film Gigante from the past year. Saturday, January the 23rd, brings the Columbia Pike Documentary Project photo exhibit and reception to the Columbia Pike Branch Library at 2 p.m. And on Sunday, the 24th, at the Shirlington Branch, watch The Wizard Rockumentary, a movie about rocking and rolling. That's a terrible pun. From the 2008 at 3 p.m. This film follows the rise of more than 450 rock bands inspired by J.K. Rowling's popular Harry Potter book series. The goal, promoting literacy on the U.S. There's lots more at your local library. Just go to arlingtonva.us/lib and check it out. And before we forget, for anyone who has mobility problems, the Central Library has an interesting in-house walker for temporary use. Just ask his staff member. The walker was provided by the county's Department of Human Services. Craig.
All right, Daniel. Arlington County Health folks have a message for you. The H1N1 vaccine is the best way to protect against the 2009 H1N1 pandemic virus. In fact, the county's public health division is offering free H1N1 vaccinations to anyone who's eligible. Of course, priority group members should get vaccinated because they are at higher risk, including women who are pregnant, people close to infants under 6 months of age, anyone from 6 months to 24 years of age, people from 25 to 64 years of age with chronic health problems or compromised immunity systems, and healthcare workers and EMS technicians. During January, H1N1 clinics will be held most Mondays through Fridays at both Arlington Health Department locations, and they are at 800 South Walter Reed Drive on the first floor and at 3033 Wilson Boulevard on the second floor. Please check their website, arlingtonva.us, and then click on the More News link for H1N1 free flu clinics, open to all. Clinics are on a walk-in basis while supplies last. That's good information.
Absolutely.
Daniel.
And Craig, here are a few more volunteering opportunities around Arlington that you can help with. The Virginia Cooperative Extension Services Arlington office wants you to know about their First Tuesday invasive pools. That's just someone to help the environment. Remember that the invasive plants, particularly non-native invasives, crowd out native species and make it tough for native birds and animals to survive. The first Tuesday invasive pools helps you learn what these troublesome plants look like so you can help rid our parks and maybe your own yard of them. Call the Invasive Plant Control Program Coordinator at 703-228-7636. Craig.
And if you're in your 20s and 30s, you should know about the Community Volunteer Network. This is a social network dedicated to making a positive difference in Arlington. They volunteer, build networks, socialize, and in doing so, develop leaders. Events are held on weekday evenings and weekends, and you can go to whichever one of those works for your schedule. Contact Sharon Tewksbury. Sharon Tewksbury Bloom, that is, in the county's liaison office, and her number, 703-228-1197. And as promised, Daniel and I will be back with news for seniors right after we hear from Mr. Rich down there and his favorite segment of the show, Rich's Reviews.
Thank you, my boy.
Take it away.